everybody. Welcome back to the Big Meer podcast. And today we're mixing it up a little bit. So usually I have my guest in segments, but today we got my boy JayLyric, who was on the past episode. Go back and check that one out. It's one of the highest viewed episodes, by the way. He'll be here the whole show. We're gonna ride it out together.
Yo, what up?
What's up? Say that again.
Yo, what's up?
What's going on, Joe? How you been?
I've been good, just getting accustomed to this college life,
Yeah, some things have changed since the last interview. We both in college now. I'm working heavy. We just doing all this stuff. Jaquil buying cars. Everybody in school. Everybody working. Everybody getting money. It's been cool the past several months, right?
Yeah, it's growing up, man.
Yeah, adulting. All right, so let's just hop right into it, man. Black Panther is the hottest movie out right now. And there's been a lot of good movies out recently. Some big blockbuster box office smash hits over the past, 4 months, from Star Wars. Yeah. Right after that, Jumanji came out, and now Black Panther. So some massive movies. But let's get into Black Panther. Initial thoughts before the movie came out. Let's say right after Civil War, when we first got a taste of what Black Panther would be. Tell me your thoughts on that.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't as excited as when I first saw him in Civil War. It was kind of like whoa, it was cool and stuff, but I didn't really get excited until I seen him and seeing his own movie trailer, And I was like, okay, they trying to take this somewhere. You know what I mean?
Right. When I saw it in Civil War, I was like, oh, what? I was like, what is this? Because I don't read the comics. Right. So when he came in with the cat suit and he was chasing Winter Soldier down the street, I'm like, what the hell is this? I thought it was great. I thought it was great personally. And then it was like, oh, that's Black Panther. Initially, I went back to the Ultimate Alliance games, which he is in. That's the only time I ever seen Black Panther. I never heard any dialogue. I didn't know he was actually black. I didn't know what Wakanda was or any of that. So if anything, it made me want to go back and check some stuff out from the comic books and kind of briefly read little summaries and stuff about what the superhero is, where it come from, how does it tie into the Avengers, all that extra stuff. So that's initially what I thought. Now, they did make us wait, because when did Civil War come out?
Man, that was 2016.
2016, so they did make us wait a little while. Yeah,
and it was cool because, I think part of the reason, I really liked Black Panther when he was first, initially showed, it was, because we didn't get introduced to him as the Black Panther. We got introduced to him as T'Challa, the prince.
That's true.
And, that kind of built, that built us with, the character, the man first, you feel me? And how he was talking to Black Widow and stuff, and then, he was talking about how, I don't really agree with all this politics. I feel like 2 people in the room can get more done than 100 people. And then, his father came up, he was like, unless you need to move a couch.
Right.
So he had that real prince mentality. And to see him in this movie, he kind of grew up. And I think he really grew up because of Killmonger.
Exactly. So before we even get into that part, the movie started off right. It's basically maybe a week after the Civil War stuff,
right?
In their timeline, I guess we could say. And he get announced as king or whatever, and immediately culturally, right? Let's get into the culture of it, because this is a real thing back when it was kings and queens and stuff, and you could object and challenge whoever was being crowned king at that time to basically a fight to the death or submission, which is what they did. So real quick, let's get into the cultural aspect of the movie, which I felt they did very, very well.
Yeah.
So what do you think about, first let's start off with the challenge and stuff, because I thought that was super interesting and cool.
Yeah, I felt the challenge was real cool. I felt that it showed a level of respect as well, because most of the trials was like, no, we would not object. You feel me? They had faith in the royal blood. And but when I knew something was going to happen, and so when the mountain people came down and challenged him, I was kind of like, ooh, like a movie structure, that the protagonist is always going to win, but they did such a good job at keeping me on the edge of my seat the entire fight, all the way up until when he submitted him.
Right, and that's the thing with superhero movies in general, that we didn't watch a ton of superhero movies together, and I'm always like, yo, like why is the villain so weak? Why is the villain so weak? Like, remember we was watching Ultron or whatever. I'm like, yo, Ultron been getting stomped out the whole movie, right?
Yeah.
So it was very refreshing to see, because the Black Panther in this movie, throughout the movie, the Black Panther is getting his ass whooped frequently, right? Even by this mountain guy. This is like the second fight scene in the movie, and he getting stabbed, he all cut up and beat, and by one of his own peoples on top of that. Like, this is a dude, he ain't got no special powers. You the Black Panther, y'all fighting straight up, and you kind of getting cooked. I'm not gonna lie, like he was getting smashed a little bit. So that was refreshing to see the opponent kind of get over a little bit, And we'll go back to that in a minute, but
hold on, before we go on in a minute, I also liked how the fight didn't alter who we built up that T'Challa was. We in our minds we was like, okay, T'Challa, he's this honorable, respectable man and stuff, right? But even in the fight, he didn't become some brute. Even to the last seconds of the fight, he was like, bro, please tap out. Like, I don't want to kill you. I don't want to have to kill you. Please just tap out, tap out, tap out.
Right, and it was a mental aspect in that, because the thing that resonated with me probably the most from that scene was like, yo, your people need you. You might want to go ahead and... Right, because...
Take this L.
Right, exactly, because... And it also get into a little bit of, I guess every country can relate to the separation, especially here in America, because the country is as divided as it's probably ever been right now.
Yeah.
So the fact that he was like, your people need you.
Yeah.
So that I was like, okay, so they all not one.
Right.
That's immediately what I thought. Like, okay, that's some separation. And it's just like with Trump now, like that you got your Trump supporters, and then you got people who thinks he's a bum, right?
Right.
So it go into a political aspect like that, but it wasn't overly political, like the Star Wars prequels, where it was like almost all politics. It was a nice amount of politics, and it was a lot more good superhero action stuff on top of that.
Right, they didn't drown the politics in your face. They made it easily digestible without having to sugarcoat it.
Exactly. So to move on to Killmonger, right? That was Michael B. Jordan's character. From the trailer, from what he looked like on the poster, because I don't watch trailers, because I had enough faith in the movie to be like, all right, it'll be good. From the poster, Michael B. Jordan didn't look like a villain to me, so it kind of threw me off, because his character kind of looked cool. I was like, okay, well, he might be the sidekick or something, right?
Yeah.
No, he was the villain, and he was the best villain I've seen in quite some time in a superhero movie.
Yeah, he had a valid motive. He didn't just want to rule the world. He had valid motives. He had valid reasoning. Right,
and the best supervillains are always supervillains that got a point. Like when you listen to his dialogue, you were like, hey, low key though.
Low key, Wakanda could share their resources with the rest of the world.
Exactly. But on the other hand, you also understood where the Wakandans was coming from at the same time. Like, yo, we not out here fighting everybody else's battles. We got nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? So basically, can you briefly go through Killmonger's story in the movie?
Okay, so Killmonger's story is his father, who was also the prince of Wakanda. He was sent. I'm pretty sure he was sent out of Wakanda as a spy on the rest of in Oakland. He was in Oakland, California, and he was a Black Panther. And that's where the Black Panther movement also started, in Oakland, California. Oh, and fun fact, the Black Panther comic is 3 months older than the Black Panther Party movement. Just a fun fact. And so his father was spearheading the Black Panther Party in 1992 in the movie. And so, and then the king showed up, and he was talking to the prince about how why would you betray him, because the prince gave Claw, the white villain. He was I liked him too, but
yeah, he was funny.
And he gave Claw vibranium, like a whole bunch of vibranium. And so the king T'Chaka, T'Challa's father, appeared and was like, "Why would you do that?" And so he was like, at first he lied and stuff, but then his sidekick, his right hand man, turned out to be a spy spying on him.
And that ended up being right, exactly. And that ended up being Zuri, I think his name was, right?
Yeah, Zuri, yes.
Right. And to continue that, so basically the king came down, he kind of exposed him. He was like, "Yo, you got to come back to your country and face these criminal charges or whatever." He basically, what did he do? He tried to kill Zuri, right?
He tried to kill Zuri, but in order to save Zuri's life, the king had to kill his brother.
Right. And the king's explanation was, "I had to do it for Wakanda. I know that was your father. I know that was my brother. I know you're my nephew, but I had to do what I had to do for the sake of the country as a whole."
Right. And like, you could see that the loyalty in Wakanda runs so fucking deep, bro. Like, even towards the end of the movie, when the Get Out character, Wakabi.
Yeah, I forgot his name in the movie. I called him Get Out the whole time.
And he was like, "My love, you would kill me for Wakanda," and she said, "Without hesitation."
Yeah, right.
God damn.
Right.
And you heard that? You heard the new Drake song, right? Where he was like, "I only love my bed and my mama. I'm sorry," right?
Right.
Gee, somebody had tweeted, he say, "Do you love me?" I tell him only partly. I only love my king and Wakanda. I'm sorry.
I mean, that was basically, and that character, I forgot her name in the movie too, but she played Michonne on The Walking Dead for people who watch The Walking Dead, and her character is awesome. And it's kind of like
with the sword.
Yeah, and it's exactly.
Yeah, I love her.
And she basically played the same character in this movie, and it's awesome. And she is one of the most underrated action stars probably ever, because she is very slept on. Especially this movie just kind of solidified what I hope to be a great legacy for her down the line.
Right.
But she was really important too. She was there the whole time.
Yeah, she was. She was his right hand.
Exactly. She was the sidekick. I thought Michael B. Jordan was gonna be. She ended up being the sidekick in the movie. One thing that I like the little sister in the movie too, because
oh my god, she was so hilarious.
She made it relatable for the kids who were watching.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure like a kid watching can comprehend what's going on, but not everything, because it does get kind of deep with certain parts. Like, I'm pretty sure me and you were the only person that laughed when she calls the CIA agent a colonizer, right? I was in
She said, "Don't scare me like that, colonizer."
Yeah, I was in tears.
Oh my god, man. And then it was like little, I think she really did a great job, like her character, of like releasing some of the tension through like comedy, you feel me?
Exactly. I think everybody needs some sort of comedy relief.
Yeah, something
in the movie. And she kind of made what's his name? T'Challa? Black Panther. She kind of made Black Panther human.
Yeah.
With their dialogue, with the connection between those two, it made him seem like less serious. Even when he was like in the car and she was driving him around and stuff, it was like, all right, this is pretty cool. Like, I'm not all tense and like, oh, somebody might die.
Yeah.
Right. So another important thing is it was only oh, go ahead.
When she was like, "What are those?"
Exactly.
That was so unexpected.
Right. And again, something for the kids to relate to.
Yeah.
Another important thing in the movie that I kind of want to get into is that was only 2 white characters.
Oh yeah, Claude and
this
and Agent Ross.
Right, exactly. With that being said, you get those people who criticize and try to coin it as a racist movie, and it happens, right? We all knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, man.
But in about every superhero movie ever, it's always usually a full white cast, and you always got your couple of black people, right?
The token black people.
Exactly. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Like, fuck off.
Listen,
Don't try to start that.
Yeah, please don't.
Would you
Representation matters, man. Like, just let us be represented for once.
one time? Let us have our fun.
Please.
Would you consider Black Panther a hood movie?
I really don't know. I don't know. Because it did have some hood shit in there. The way it started, I'm like, oh shit, I was not expecting this.
Right. Okay, so Michael B. Jordan character makes it a hood movie because his dialogue, he was just a black dude from Oakland.
Yeah, he was black dude. Hey auntie.
Hey auntie. All that. He was like, what'd he say? All that challenge shit over with. Like,
he said that shit dead. I'm the king now. Like, it's real shit. Like, you know how, like, if you got the wrong people writing for black people, it'll never sound like something a black person would say.
Right.
But this shit sound like some shit that a black person would say. He said, nah, that challenge shit dead. I'm the king now.
It was almost like, and it felt organic. Like, yo, like whoever was directing this was like, say what a black dude would say from Oakland in this situation. And that's basically what he said. And like when he choked the one of the older women out, he was like, when I say do something, I mean that shit. Like Michael B. Jordan really stole the movie for me. Like his character was awesome.
He said, when I say do something, I mean that shit. Now burn this shit. Like, he's not, bro. Alright, man, I'm done talking, man.
Right. So I was kind of like, I don't know. It was bittersweet because we all know it's gonna be another movie.
Yeah.
And it was bittersweet because his character did get killed off at the end. Can you repeat that last line? I don't know about heart, but I know it was fire.
Bro, I know that line by heart. He said, "Throw me in the ocean." Because listen, when he had the sword in his chest, right? And he said, T'Challa said, there's a way we can still save you. He let some why so I can be thrown in y'all jails. He said, nah, when I'm dead, throw me in the ocean with my ancestors that jumped off the slave ships because they knew death was better than bondage. I was like, oh shit.
And he pulled the sword out and died on the spot, and I was like, oh damn. Because his character was so great, I kind of wanted them to save him, and maybe he'd kind of do the Vegeta role, where he, the
Vegeta role, or they could have used him just like they used the Winter Soldier.
Exactly. And for people who don't know what the Vegeta role is, if you've been, under a rock for the past, 40 years, basically Vegeta came down, he was a bad guy, he was cooking everybody, they beat him, and then he very reluctantly just became a good guy over time, right? So I was just kind of hoping that his character would have stuck around, but they killed him off. Is what it is. How can we ever miss you if you're never gone, right? So shout out to Michael B. Jordan. He really stole this movie. I thought it was great.
Oh, yeah.
I felt like, in my opinion, I thought he was the best character. Who did you think was the best character?
Come on, man. I like T'Challa, man.
T'Challa? I did too.
I think one of the factors that contributed to me liking T'Challa a lot is the Black Panther soundtrack. And the first song on the soundtrack is called Black Panther. And Kendrick, shout out to Kendrick for making that beautiful ass, good ass soundtrack. He was saying all this stuff. He was like king of my city, king of my country, king of my homeland. He just kept saying all the things that he the king of. And then at the end he said, I am T'Challa. And that shit made me feel like, damn, it's a T'Challa inside us all. It's like a king inside us all.
Exactly. So to get into the soundtrack real quick, because I didn't listen to it, but I basically heard it throughout the movie, right? And the one that probably stuck with me the most was I think it was a track The Weeknd was on. I think it was when they was in the casino.
Yeah.
They was in the casino doing that scene. So real quick, can you just briefly summarize what was the best songs off the soundtrack?
The best songs off of the soundtrack would be, in my opinion, music art is subjective, but Black Panther, the actual title track, All the Stars featuring SZA, Paramedic featuring SOB, I would like Pray For Me, and then I like I Am featuring Georgia Smith.
Okay. Yeah, and everybody check that out, man, because usually movie soundtracks get no attention.
Yeah.
So, but I hear this is really good. Eventually, I'm gonna find the time to go ahead and listen to the whole thing front to back. But
And it's not just a rap
yeah, go ahead.
project. You know, it has tons of sounds that you can get jiggy with. You feel me?
Exactly. All right, so to kind of top off the Black Panther stuff, and I tweeted right after I saw the movie. I said, and I stick to this. This was the perfect superhero movie,
Yes.
front to back. I was not bored. They didn't overdo the politics or just the dialogue in general. It was enough action scenes to keep me excited. The story was great. I loved it. I don't like to judge stuff early. That's why I didn't give it a rating. I didn't give it anything out of 10 or 5 or whatever the case may be. But I do feel it was the perfect superhero movie. I want to watch it again. Have you watched it once or twice yet?
I've only seen it once.
Right. I'm going to see it again, I'm sure. I'm going to watch it a couple more times. But to me, in my opinion, I'm still ranking The Dark Knight to be the greatest superhero movie I've ever seen, personally.
With the Joker?
With the Joker, right?
Okay.
Because it's so early. Like, it just came out and everybody excited. And especially because it's a movie. Not only is it just a great superhero movie, it's a movie for the culture. It's a movie that's going to stick with all these kids of color forever.
That's what I really liked about it, you know, just how me and you grew up, and you can only imagine how many times we've seen like the first 2 Spider-Man movies. You know, the one when you fought the Green Goblin, and then the other one when you fought Dr. Octopus. It's just gonna be like that. Like, these kids are gonna grow up watching this movie a million times, man. And like, just how it affects the community, bro. Like, I seen this video of 2 little boys, like, after they had already seen the movie, they were standing outside looking at the poster. And they was pointing at it like, look, I'm this one. He was like, look, I'm this one. And then, like, I have this college course, and the teacher is African. And so she said that they depicted, like, the cultural aspect of Africa, like, very well. Like, most of the women, they don't have a lot of hair, just, you know, as an act of selflessness. Plus, they look at it as too much to do, you know, too much to deal with. And she said how her daughter was like, Mommy, they look just like me. You know, she was like, Mommy, they look just like me. And she was like, something like, can I have a spear like them too?
Exactly.
She was like, no, you couldn't have the spear, but you can be just as fierce as them. And then, like, even Michelle Obama, she tweeted, bro, she was like, congrats to the entire Black Panther team. Because of you, young people will finally see superheroes that look like them on the big screen. I love this movie, and I know it will inspire people of all backgrounds to dig deep and find the courage to be heroes of their own stories. So it's just stuff like that.
Right.
And then you have the community aspect, and then you can also throw in the fact that it got $242 million over the weekend. Like,
over the weekend,
it's just a very successful movie.
And they announced that Sunday morning, so they only going off numbers based off Friday and Saturday. They didn't even finish Sunday. Anyways, so another thing that I really loved is the reception. Because in a world now, especially with social media, where everybody just just find pleasure in bitching about nothing on social media, to finally see the vast majority of individuals happy about something.
Yes, bro. People were showing up to see the movie in like dashikis and Coming to America attire. Like, it was just a great feeling. Exactly.
And the reception of it was great. I definitely like I said, it's the perfect superhero movie.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, and did you peep how before we move on, did you peep how the final battle was on an actual underground railroad?
I did not peep that. That's slept on. See, that's why I gotta watch it again to notice stuff like, I know they was fighting on the train tracks or whatever, under the train or whatever they was doing. I didn't peep that metaphor though.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. All right, well, clearly we like Black Panther. So everybody, I'm sure you've seen it by now if you're listening to this. But most definitely check that out. It is a great movie, one for the ages. It's not going anywhere anytime soon, and I can't wait for the next one to come out. So Black Panther gets 4 thumbs up from us, I guess. Anyways, Jalen, we had a conversation recently, and you said something interesting. And you said it, and I like your point, and I'm not trying to bash you on it because you don't watch basketball frequently, right? Yeah. So you said you don't understand the hate for LeBron James as a person or as a basketball player.
Right.
And that's totally fine, but I just want to know, your mindset on LeBron James?
Well, it's like this. Like, I don't really watch wrestling as much either, right? But like, I don't care who really had the most championship belts and all that type of shit, right? But if you was to ask me who my favorite wrestlers were, it would be the people who I find most exciting when I watch them wrestle. You know,
Right.
The Rock, Shawn Michaels, Jeff Hardy, right? Those are people I find most exciting. I can watch like they matches back to back. It's the same way with basketball. I've never seen Michael Jordan play, but I like when I watch his highlights. You know, it keeps me interested. It keeps me being like, oh, what can I find more? You know, Michael Jordan, number one. And I'm not really a basketball fan. So my top three or whatever is very, basic. Number two, Kobe. I watched this man the other day. I watched this man, Kobe, score 81 points. I watched the highlight of that game. Like, this man was going crazy.
Right.
They was losing at first. He scored 81 to help them win.
Exactly.
And then, my number three is LeBron. I just love I love the power LeBron has when he slams that ball down, bro. And went into the basket, bro, when he dunked that motherfucker, bro. Gee, there's nothing more exciting than that.
Right.
LeBron James, just the power that he has coming down the court. When you think that, oh yeah, I'm finna lay this up, glass in your shit. Like, it's just shit like that. When he just he's just cold, man.
Right. And I'm a well-known, I guess you could say, LeBron hater, which is, it is what it is. I cannot stand the guy. As a person, I think he is an excellent person, but I don't judge people by their character unless they are an asshole. Like, you ain't never heard me say like, oh, F LeBron, terrible father, or something like that.
Right.
That's ridiculous. I think LeBron is if anything, is a prime example of what a star athlete should emulate.
Yeah.
He is the perfect dude.
Like, dude,
outside of basketball,
got equality on him. Like, come on.
Like, he's a great guy. Don't get me wrong. As a basketball player, I can't stand him now, and I can't stand him really. It's not because he's terrible or because I think he's terrible. It's because I think he should be the greatest basketball player to ever play this game. And I know that sounds weird because I'm sure somebody like, how? 3 rings, 3 finals MVPs, 4 regular season MVPs, all his accolades. I'm like, yo, he been here since he was, 18, 19, fresh out of high school.
Right.
You got 3 rings, Jordan got 6. You got 4 MVPs. Jordan got 5 or 6. Jordan got 6 finals MVPs. Of course, LeBron got 3. And he still hasn't passed Jordan up in points. Now, not to, forget, Jordan played college ball.
Yeah.
For about 1, maybe 2 seasons. He went to NBA, balled out, as we all know. I don't have to get into that. Then he took a break. LeBron didn't take a break. LeBron didn't just up and leave basketball one day. And then Jordan came back and finished up and killed all that. And LeBron still chasing Jordan, a guy who first of all, you have the advantage because you came right right out of high school.
Right.
You have an even bigger advantage because Jordan left for a couple years. So I feel like, yo, what are you doing? And then you got all this talent around you. You had D Wade and Chris Bosh and Kevin Love and Kyrie and Ray Allen and all these dudes, all these Hall of Famers. Let's keep it real, Hall of Fame talent around you, and all you got to show for it is 3 rings. Especially when you're trying to chase Jordan. Hey, Jordan had Scottie Pippen the whole time. You got, who would you rather have, Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman? Or would you rather have, I don't know, D Wade, Chris Bosh, Kevin Love, Kyrie Irving? This season, look at this team this season, and they still couldn't figure it out. He had Isaiah Thomas and Derrick Rose and Jay Crowder and all these people. It's just a laundry list of star athletes that he had, and he still can't get the job done. It's just, It bothers me. That was my reason. I just wanted to get that out the way real quick. But you did watch the All-Star game. How did you like that one?
The All-Star game. Which one? Oh, the Team LeBron versus Team Steph. Oh, it was cool. They wasn't. You can tell obviously they wasn't playing for real. Look at the final score. Like what? 140 something versus 140 something.
You know what? That was the best defense they've played in the All-Star game in a long time. Believe it or not.
Wow.
Last year, I think their points combined was 374.
Jesus Christ.
They played no defense. They just literally just watched each other score. And this one, they kind of guarded up a little bit. You saw a lot of defense in this one. Like, yeah, that I was surprised at how much defense they were playing. Of course, the score still was high as hell because they, and the whole, you just trying to not get hurt in the All-Star game. That's really,
yeah,
that's really the concept.
I heard that they was getting paid like $100,000 each if they won. So I guess that was an incentive.
Yeah, and I think I think also the winning team got donated $350K to that charity, and the losing team still got $100K thrown at that charity as well. So not only did they get paid, the charities got paid as well.
Yeah, I did find it more interesting than the Team USA versus Team World.
Yeah, those are more for the rookie and sophomore basketball players. They just changed the name of it. Those games I never. It's always the one team gets blown out every year.
Yeah.
So.
I also enjoyed the celebrity ball on the celebrity game.
Quavo did his thing, right?
Yeah, Quavo.
Yeah, that was really. I thought it was terrible. I thought those guys were real sloppy. It was, I don't know. That was probably the only thing I didn't like. You saw my son Devin Booker did his thing in the 3-point contest, right?
No, I didn't see that.
You didn't see the 3-point? He broke a record. It was he broke the record for most shots made in a 3-point contest. He had 28 points. And
shit.
He only 21, by the way. So everybody look out for Devin Booker. That's the future of basketball. Really, I mean, genuinely, like he played for Phoenix.
First 70 points, 71 points.
Well, no, that was actually his second. The first year, what happened? The first year, he was one of the youngest players ever to score 1,000 points in his rookie season. At 19, he scored 1,000 points his rookie season. The next season, where he was 20, 70 points, and now this season, 21, he broke the record for 3-point shots made in the 3-point contest. So things are looking up for him. He played for Phoenix right now. It's a struggle over there, but I can guarantee you when his contract is up, he is out, and I hope he leaves and goes to a team where he can get some media attention. Hopefully, I don't know, a Chicago maybe. That's who I would want. But yeah, do we got anything else to talk about? What's up?
Oh shit! What's else happening in the world?
Politics, but I don't even want to, the whole Trump thing. I kind of drown myself out, and we get into that real quick. Like, I don't know if you ever paid attention to politics in the past. I always was a politics guy. I always was into it a little bit, but as of right now, I just drown everything out. I have no care for what Donald Trump has to say about anything. And then on top of that, even though they on my, like, all I hear is people either whining about Trump or Trump whining about the other side, and it's just like, it's a bad reality television show right now. That's what it is, honestly.
Like, our president is a fucking social media troll. Like,
literally,
get that through y'all head.
Literally. Real quick. Oh, speaking of this, we can get into this. Did you see the what was it, the lady from Fox News? I forget her name. The reporter.
Shut up and dribble.
Shut up and dribble, lady.
Gee, it's a shame that's gonna be her legacy. The shut up and dribble lady.
Right. You worked your whole life to be a journalist, and that takes hard work. Because I'm near that avenue of journalism, media, broadcast, and all that. It kind of ties in with each other. So I know how hard it is, and I know how long it takes, and I know.
And then she worked even harder trying to get her spot where she at now, and now your whole legacy is gonna be shut up and dribble. Wow. Exactly,
and you can only blame that on yourself because you were reaching to get a rating. Now you got those ratings, and that's all you'll ever be remembered for. I wonder what the views is looking like for the next episode of Fox that she did, or her segment in specific. Like, what was the breakdown on her numbers? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like it. I thought it was goofy as hell. Like, why say that? Why go that hard? And plus, when you break it down, it's like, okay, look who you voted for. Like, I posted on Facebook, people like this don't have the G14 classification to talk. Like, you tell Trump to, shut up and do The Apprentice. Tell Trump
to shut up and actually try to be the president.
Not even that, because we don't want that. Tell him to shut up.
We don't want that, but he's in the position, so at least, like, I don't know, man. This world is like it's so fake. Like, this shit can't really be going on.
Right. Yeah, I didn't understand. I didn't understand it, and you know, I just it really boggles my mind that people with children and responsibility and bills and jobs and can support something like that. It bothers me. I don't understand it. People have their reasons, but they aren't really clear. So it is what it is with that. But anyways, do you have anything to plug? What's going on social medias?
You can follow me on Twitter at _JayTothe_. You can also follow me at Instagram at _JayTothe_. I pretty much keep everything the same. But those are only two things I got to plug. And I'm Rico, also known as JayLyric. Listen out for me soon.
Soon? Is that an indication that some music coming out?
Soon.
All right, bet. All right. JayLyric, everybody.